Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today you'll be seeing a memory keeping spread for the week of November 19th through the 25th. Now I know this was a few weeks ago, but this was the week of Thanksgiving in the United States, and I wanted to show it because a lot of things happened this week and I just had a lot of memories to put down in this. Now you'll notice I'm not using a traditional Thanksgiving kit. For this week, I am using this No White Space Stickers kit that is Disney World themed, and it has this gorgeous iridescent, like holographic foiling to it with these little like Mickey heads foiled everywhere, and I am absolutely in love with it. I actually saw this kit originally on Instagram. I am following No White Space Stickers on Instagram, and this was one of the kits that just really immediately stuck out to me, and I knew I had to have it for this upcoming trip, or at the time it was upcoming. So here I'm showing you what the kit looks like. Now her kit comes in two versions. The first version is the kind of standard version with just the photos and just the regular kit, and then you can have the option to add on foiling. So what I ended up doing was I ended up ordering these sheets a la carte because they are also offered a la carte, and I got the full boxes foiled. I also got the glitter headers foiled, which I'll show you in just a minute, and then I got the bottom washi foiled as well, and this is the bottom washi with the date covers, and then those few other pages to kind of fill in and supplement with the like tracking and checklists and that sort of thing. But everything I picked out was basically a la carte, so that is an option, or you can just get the like entire kit together as a bundle, but it doesn't come foiled. So I'm going to go ahead and start by laying down the bottom washi, and she has this kind of two-part washi to it. The washi says all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them, and I wanted to go ahead and just use as much of the kit as possible. So I laid down that small top strip, and then I laid down the bottom strip as well. I really love the kind of pastel colors to this kit, and I also like that it's a photo kit. I know that there's been a lot of like Disney style kits and clip art floating around, but I don't know, I just didn't like the way that the art was not my favorite, the clip art. So I really like this. I like this version, and I like that there's actual like photo images of Disney. Now, funnily enough, we didn't actually go to Disney. Well, I mean, we did go to Disney. We didn't go to Magic Kingdom, which is what this spread, this kit is showcasing. We were at Animal Kingdom and then Hollywood Studios, and then we just spent a day kind of relaxing at the resorts, and also went to Disney Springs, which is kind of their like shopping, outdoor shopping area, but we didn't actually go into Magic Kingdom. That's going to be next on our list, but I wanted to go ahead and use this kit anyway. For this part, I'm just putting down the date covers, and I went ahead and flipped the planner around because that's a little bit easier for me to lay them down straight. And then I'm also covering up the Erin Condren asterisks on the top right and left corners of the pages with the page flags that came included. Now in the next few seconds, you're going to see a weird cut where I jump from just having completed this bottom washi and the date covers to the full boxes and the glitter headers suddenly being laid down on the pages. And the reason for that was when I actually filmed this first part of the plan with me, or the spread, the part that you just saw, I did this actually the week before Thanksgiving, the week before I left for this trip, and then after I laid down the full boxes, I realized that I didn't want this to make a plan with me so much as a memory keeping spread. So I went ahead, closed the planner, put it aside, and then came back to it after I got back from my vacation. So starting with this next clip with the full boxes and the glitter headers already laid down, this is actually like close to 2 weeks after I laid down the bottom washi and the date covers. That's why there's that little bit of jump there. So now I'm going to go ahead and just start with Monday. As you can see on the sidebar, I put down the Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse statue as kind of your like quote box type sticker at the very top. And then I decided to do a weekly ombre like checklist to remember kind of key events that happened for that week. And then since this was a memory keeping spread, I went ahead and just did that larger strip with the image of Magic Kingdom, the Cinderella Castle, at the very bottom of the sidebar. Since I didn't really have anything that I was going to be tracking, I just wanted to go ahead and leave it very simple and with as much of the images as possible. All right, so now I'm starting with Monday. Monday morning, so actually we arrived at Disney on Sunday and we spent the day at Disney Springs. While we were there, we went ahead and stopped at one of those like Disney Vacation Club like kiosks, and the reason why we did that was because we knew that in the past, if you sit in on one of the Disney Vacation Club presentations, they usually end up compensating you in some way, usually with a gift card of some sort or extra fast passes. So we decided to go ahead and do that on Sunday. Since becoming a Disney Vacation Club member has been something my husband and I have been thinking about for the last like 3 or 4 years, basically since the first time we went to Disney together, we decided to make another appointment on Monday morning to sit in and hear a little bit more information about it and actually see models of the resort rooms that we could stay at. Those of you who are unfamiliar, Disney Vacation Club is basically a Disney timeshare. It's not exactly a timeshare in the traditional sense where you have to go every single year. You can actually skip years because they work on a point system, so you can use your points, you can save your points up and then use them like every couple of years. And so we liked that idea better, which is why we decided to become members. And also we really like Disney itself. So we became Disney Vacation Club members. We were super excited about it. The only thing that was a little bit frustrating for me was the fact that it took so long. Now, this is the first time that I had been to Animal Kingdom ever. Like, I'd gone to Magic Kingdom and Epcot, but not Animal Kingdom, and I was super excited about this. And we didn't get out of Disney Vacation Club until we got there at probably around 8:30 or 9 a.m. and we didn't leave until 1 p.m. or like 1:30. And they drove us right to Animal Kingdom and offered us some extra fast passes as compensation. But it was still kind of like I've lost half my day to sitting in a room for Disney Vacation Club and not being out in the parks. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. I had to keep reminding myself that now that we are Vacation Club members, we were going to be going to Disney more regularly, and I didn't have to worry about visiting Animal Kingdom because we're definitely going to do that again. So you'll notice here I used checklists from the No White Space Stickers kit because we had so many different events and things that went on that day. I decided a checklist was just the easiest to kind of show how much we did. So as you can see, we went on Expedition Everest, which is basically a roller coaster ride that kind of is themed as if you're like taking a train up Mount Everest, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. And then we went on the Kilimanjaro Safaris, which is a safari, like an African safari, and we actually had giraffes walk kind of across or in front of our path of the Jeep that we're in. And then we went to the Festival of the Lion King. So this is a little bit out of order because it wasn't a ride. But the Festival of the Lion King is basically like a shortened Lion King musical. It's a lot of fun. There's definitely a lot of interaction, a little bit of acrobatics involved as well. And then in conjunction with that, there was dinner at Tiffin's, which is a restaurant that had, I think it was like American and some other style cuisine. So you can see me writing that in there, Tiffin's for dinner. We had the deluxe dining plan for Disney. We decided to just kind of go all out because if you have the deluxe dining plan, then you get like table credits, and we wanted to basically have some really nice dinners. And oh my goodness, there is so much food in a Disney deluxe dining plan. Like, cost for the amount of food, like, it's a pretty good deal if you eat a lot of food and you choose the most expensive items on the menu and you choose wisely. However, my husband and I are not usually big eaters, not like this. So by Monday night, Tuesday, we were getting tired of eating so much food. But it was a lot of food. Really good experience. We are probably not doing the dining plan ever again, or if we are, it's definitely going to be like a smaller dining plan. All right, so after Tiffin's for dinner, we did walk around Pandora a little bit. That was kind of the one thing I was a little bit sad about, was not getting to go on any of the Pandora rides because of the Disney Vacation Club, but we ended up just walking around that area. That was really cool. And then went on the ride Dinosaur, which is very jerky. It's a lot of like sudden movements as a like a roller coaster ride. And then the last thing on Monday was the River of Lights show, which is their kind of grand finale of lights set to music, and it's really cool. Moving on to Tuesday. So Tuesday we went to Hollywood Studios, and we actually got to go for the entire day, which was exciting. Hollywood Studios is another park of Disney that I haven't been to yet. So Animal Kingdom I hadn't been to until that Monday, and then Hollywood Studios I hadn't been to until that Tuesday. Growing up in Florida, you know, when you're a kid, you want to just go on rides, and so, you know, that's Magic Kingdom, that's sometimes Epcot. Epcot has a few things that are kind of cool, but Hollywood Studios was like shows and then only the Tower of Terror, at least it was when I was growing up, and so that was never a place I wanted to go to. However, as an adult, it's pretty cool, especially because it now has Toy Story Land, which is why I wanted to go. So we went on Hollywood Tower of Terror. We got to go twice because we had a fast pass, and then we went early in the morning, so the line was really short. And that was a lot of fun. Then we went on the Rock and Roller Coaster, so the kind of hand movements back and forth is kind of to indicate that Rock and Roller Coaster is a lot of fun, but it's really fast, and the harness fits down around your head because it goes over your head, and if you don't lean back all the way, your head basically bounces from side to side against the harness, and it really is very, very jarring. So pro tip, head back on the headrest when you're on the Rock and Roller Coaster. You can also see on my list of Hollywood Studios things we did. We went on Star Tours and got to kind of do that ride, and then we went to Toy Story Land and got to do character meet and greets with Buzz, Woody, and Jessie, which was a lot of fun. It was my husband was a big fan of those characters and got to get their signatures and kind of interact with them a little bit. We also went to Star Wars and did the character meet and greets for that as well. So we got to hug Chewbacca, see BB-8, and then get yelled at by Kylo Ren, which was awkward and uncomfortable and also a lot of fun, because it's kind of one of those things like when you go to meet Kylo Ren, like you can't hug him like you can all the other characters, but you know, what do you do? So at this point in the plan with me, or the memory keeping spread, I'm trying to figure out how much space I have left to make sure I have enough space to put everything we did, because we actually did quite a lot at Hollywood Studios. So at the very bottom I put that we ate at Hollywood and Vine, which is a buffet restaurant in Hollywood Studios area, and is also had character dining. So we had Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy walking around in their like Christmas attire, and then Goofy was just standing at the front, but you could also get photos with him. So it's kind of cool to see each of the characters, and interestingly enough, they are all shorter, so that if you are sitting at the table and can't stand up, then they don't like tower over you, which I think was kind of neat and interesting to kind of see, because we're like, oh, they're all quite short, and you know, like they're not super tall, but then we realized it's because if you're sitting because you're eating or you have kids, then they can get in the picture without having to lean over you, which is nice. We also had funnel cake at the Oasis Canteen, because in Boston you can't really get funnel cake that often. You can get fried dough, but it is different just because of the way that it's made. It tastes different. We also had lunch at the ABC Commissary, which is a quick meal, meal restaurant. And then the last couple of marks on the checklist that I am talking about is the Slinky Dog Dash, and then what I'm showing you right now with the washi is the Alien Swirling Saucers. So basically what I'm describing is that the Alien Swirling Saucers is different from the teacups. The teacups spin you in a circle, complete 360 degrees, whereas the Alien Swirling Saucers, like what I showed you with the washi, it slings you from side to side, almost like a really fast pendulum. It whips you from side to side like a fast pendulum, but you never actually spin in a complete 360 circle like you do in the teacups. So to me, it's a little bit less dizzying, but it was still a lot of fun, I thought. We also went on Slinky Dog Dash. We only had to wait 90 minutes, which is not bad considering at the peak that day, I did see the wait time be 150 minutes, and in Toy Story Land there's like no shade basically. So if you're going in the middle of the day, bring an umbrella or a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, sunblock, that sort of thing. We managed to catch it during a time where it was really overcast. It was actually a little bit cooler, and then the wait time was a lot less. So overall, great day at Hollywood Studios. Very happy with how things turned out. Now, what I'm doing now is actually laying down the stickers for the rest of the week before I do the detailed memory keeping like I did for Monday and Tuesday, because I realized that I didn't have a whole lot of half boxes, quarter boxes, and labels, but I had a lot of things that I wanted to note with labels and half boxes throughout the week. So I wanted to make sure that I spaced them out evenly and didn't use up like all my half boxes and quarter boxes on Wednesday and Thursday and then not have anything for the weekend. So you can see that I'm doing that here, and then basically any extra white space that's left over, I'll fill in with some of the like washi strips or just other icons, either from the kit or icons that I pull from my own collection. So I just went back to listen to some of the stuff I have just voice recorded, and I noticed that there is some background noise and things going on. So I do just want to apologize for that. My husband's home. I'm filming in the evening. He's moving around and trying to get things done in preparation for the next day of work, and also just getting things done around the house that needs to be done. So we don't have very good soundproofing between the walls and the doors. We live on the same level, so it's not like I can go upstairs to get away from it. So if you hear any noise in the background, that's what's happening. Now, since in this video I've now laid down all the stickers for this week, now I'm actually going back in and writing what happened. I also take out a bunch of the character and icon stickers that I have from my own personal collection, and here's where I start to go back and actually fill in some of the gaps that I had on Monday and Tuesday. So here's all the character stickers that I have. I pull this Coffee Monsters Co. dinner date sticker with a couple eating at a fancy restaurant, and I put that down for Tiffin's. For Hollywood and Vine, it was a buffet, and I ended up flipping through the reusable sticker booklet that I have, and I ended up using a Once More with Love, like super excited and like fangirling sticker, because I thought that was really appropriate since we were very excited to meet all of the different Disney characters at dinner. It was just a lot of fun. I used this Tofu the Panda sticker that says "Let's Eat," which I really like. We use that for lunch at Sanaa, which is a restaurant at Animal Kingdom Lodge. We had wanted to eat there, managed to get in right at the end of lunch time, which was really exciting. It was actually a little bit nerve-wracking because we had scheduled for a 2 o'clock lunch and then decided to visit the Wilderness Lodge, and Disney is quite large and there's a lot of space in between different resorts. So at Animal Kingdom Lodge to Wilderness Lodge, it's a good like 20-30 minutes away by Disney transportation, their bus system. And so we almost didn't make it for lunch. We were definitely late to our lunch schedule, like the 2 o'clock time slot, but they did manage to fit us in for lunchtime, so that was really exciting. At the very top of Wednesday, I did note that we transferred from the All Stars Resort, which is where we were staying on Monday and Tuesday, to Animal Kingdom Lodge. Since we became Disney Vacation Club members, we decided to use a few of our points to spend the night at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Part of this was we wanted to treat my mom, who lives in the area, to something special and have her go to Animal Kingdom Lodge. And also Animal Kingdom Lodge is one of the resorts that I've always wanted to go to and stay at Disney because of the animals that you can see. Unfortunately, my mom didn't get to join us at Animal Kingdom Lodge on Wednesday. She just wasn't able to, so it was just my husband and me, but it was still a really nice day. After the full box, it says that we waited for check-in, and then the door battery had to be changed. It was funny, we were able to check in, but then when we got to our rooms, the key didn't work, and so we finally found out that the battery needed to be replaced, and it actually took, I would probably say it took about 20 minutes total, but it was 20 minutes that we were hoping to spend kind of exploring the rest of the resort. So my husband said Disney lost a little bit of its magic then. I mean, things happen. It's a resort. They were very their customer service is excellent, so they were definitely like, oh, we're very sorry, and trying to take care of it as quickly as possible. On Wednesday, we also visited the Contemporary Resort and the Bay Lake Tower. So as Disney Vacation Club members, you do have the ability to go to the Top of the World Lounge at the top of the Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary Resort. And when you're in the lounge, you have a perfect view of Magic Kingdom and can see the fireworks in the evening. So we wanted to do that, and we visited the lounge and we stayed there, but we didn't realize that it was a late evening for Magic Kingdom. So we thought the fireworks were going to go off at 9. They ended up going off at 10. We didn't want to stay that long at the lounge because it's like a bar lounge, not a coffee house lounge. And so we didn't want to have to, we felt like you'd have to get another glass of wine or get another drink or snacks, and we just didn't want to do that. So we ended up just kind of looking at the different resorts and then heading back home. We did, before we went back to the Animal Kingdom Lodge, we did have dinner at Paradiso 37. It was the last day of our meal plan, and we were basically just using up the meal credits because we had to. But honestly, Paradiso 37 was probably the most underwhelming of all the restaurants and food that we had that entire week. Granted, we were stuffed. Even though it was 11 o'clock at night, we were like, no more food. So we ended up just taking that food home and then having it Thursday morning, which was really nice. I was super behind. So you'll notice on Thursday, at the very top, we went swimming at Animal Kingdom Lodge, taking a look at their different pools, even though it was kind of cool out. We still took a dip in the water. They have water slides that my husband was really interested in. And then we checked out of Animal Kingdom Lodge. We ended up taking a lift to my mom's house, which is about an hour away. She was originally going to come pick us up, but wasn't able to. So we just took a lift there. It was going to be cheaper than renting a car. And then we had Thanksgiving dinner with my mom. We actually ended up going to a Chinese buffet because it was a little bit last minute of us coming in. Plus, we didn't want my mom to have to make a lot of food because it was just going to be my mom, my husband, and me, just the three of us. So we went to a buffet for dinner, and then we did a little bit of pre-Black Friday shopping. In Massachusetts, stores are not open on Thursday, but in Florida they are. So we went to Target to actually get a Chromecast for my mom, but while we were there I was looking at headphones, and I was about to get the Beats Studio headphones, the wireless ones, and then as I was like holding them because they were on sale, I think they were like $50 or $70 off, there was this woman who was like, those same headphones are $200 at Best Buy instead of $250 or something at Target. So I ended up looking at Best Buy and then purchasing them through Best Buy instead of at Target. So that was really fortuitous that this woman saw what I was holding and was like, I saw that for cheaper somewhere else, which is really cool. On Friday was kind of a lazy day. It was the first day that we actually got to wake up and not feel pressured to wake up early because we were trying to make an appointment or get to the parks early, or we had to check out. So we just woke up late. We had breakfast with my mom. It was really nice. And then pretty much Friday was really low key. We didn't do any Black Friday shopping. We did go see a movie. We went to see Ralph Breaks the Internet, which we all really enjoyed. And then we went to Golden Corral for dinner, which is, again, another buffet, but a buffet that my husband does like. So by this time, we're all like, we have so much food. My mom has been trying to get a passport, or thinking about getting a passport, for a really long time. So we went to Walgreens and actually got her passport photos for her, so that there would be no more excuses of her getting her passport. And then on Saturday, I went to the Health and Fitness Expo to pick up my racing bib for the Space Coast Half Marathon. That was on Sunday. In the morning, we did stop by Love Bug Bakery, which is a local bakery that has a bunch of donuts and other kind of pastries and stuff, like muffins and cupcakes. And my husband got a glazed donut, a grilled cheese glazed donut. So it's basically a glazed donut cut in half with a piece of like American cheese and then like grilled, like on a panini press. It was actually pretty good, surprisingly. And then I think I got a Bananas Foster donut, which was really good. So at the Health and Fitness Expo, there was actually quite a lot of things to kind of see and look at. So we spent a little bit more time there than I had anticipated. But then afterwards, we did end up going to my stepmother, Marion's house, and seeing my step family, which I am fairly close to. I say fairly close to in the sense that like we get along with each other when we have the opportunity to see each other, because I'm in Florida or they're up in Massachusetts in the Boston area. We'll definitely like try to make time to hang out with each other. So that was really nice. And then at the end of the night, I wrote in that we went to a local game store called Get Your Fun On, because They have board games. My husband and I love that store. Like, we haven't seen any other store like it. And then pizza night, because we did order pizza that evening for my mom and I. For stickers, on Thursday and Friday, the little emojis with the big heads, those are from the Coffee Monsters Co. The Let's Eat is from Tofu the Panda, and then the DSLR camera is from Fox and Cactus. On Saturday, the girl with the donut is a Teeny and Friends character from the Glam Planner. The running girl sticker is from Fox and Cactus, and then the pizza night is from the reusable sticker booklet, so I don't know where it comes from. All right, for Sunday, I had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. The Space Coast Half Marathon that I ran did have a 6 a.m. start time, so that meant getting up at 4:30 a.m. We left the house at I think around 5:15, and then that gave me like 30 minutes of time to kind of make sure that I had a parking space and that I was like settled and in line. It was so crowded. I think there were like 6,000 people, which doesn't seem like a whole lot of people, especially when you think about larger races. However, we were in like the downtown Cocoa Village area, which is, it's like a regular like downtown street area. And when you have 6,000 people kind of lined up along the street waiting for a race to start, it was packed, like wall to wall people pressed up against the shop doors and windows of the buildings and stuff, because we just couldn't move. So that was interesting, just kind of starting the half marathon. Once we actually got started, it was a lot of fun. One thing I did kind of notice between running in Boston and running in Florida is the humidity. Like, it was like I was running, well, we were running through fog because it was early morning, but because we were running through fog plus the humidity with Florida, it was like a wall of water that I was running through, and it actually made running a lot more difficult. However, I did finish with a time of 3 hours and 10 minutes, which is pretty good considering my best time is 2 hours and 55 minutes. And for this race, I hadn't run 5 weeks prior to, or leading up to this race, because I had had a hip injury that I was recovering from. So not too bad. I did use the Jeff Galloway method, which is the run-walk method. You run for, I did a run for 10 seconds and then walk for 30 seconds, and then gradually increased how many seconds I was running. And that worked out really well for me. So very happy with that. I think I'm going to continue that method with future races. Then after the race, showered, took a nap. We ended up going to lunch a little bit later in the day, and we went to the Seafood Station, which is basically a local seafood restaurant that is delicious, but uses a lot of butter and a lot of garlic. And then afterwards, we went back to the Get Your Fun On game store, because of course we're going to spend as much time as we can at the board game store, because we don't have a place like that in Boston. So not quite like that. Like, there are a couple of game stores, but nothing like this store by my mom's. So anyway, I am showing you the stickers that I had left. So for this kit, I did use most of the stickers, other than some washi strips, some smaller labels, and then most of the checklists I didn't end up using, and then the non-foiled glitter headers. For the stickers, the extra icon stickers, I'm just showing you all the sticker sheets and where they came from. I do add in this Jedi Girl Last Minute on Tuesday to kind of commemorate my experience with Kylo Ren and the Star Wars characters. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh, and then I do mention that I did finish using the Fox and Cactus Running Girl stickers, which is kind of an achievement because it's a whole page of stickers used up, and that rarely happens. Anyway, overall, I'm super happy with how this spread turned out. Like I said, I'm not usually a big foil person, but this turned out really nicely. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the way the foil catches the light and ends up being like multicolored on the screen. I just love it. So super happy with this spread. Thank you so much for following along and, you know, watching this entire video. Please, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will talk to you in the comments. and see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day and rest of the week. Bye!